All right. So let's go a bit deeper. You understand, to the reprogramming, and I want you to just focus and see how it's going to go. It's not going to be all easy because I told you the other time we are moving to programming, but be rest assured that if you can follow through, you will get it as we move. So we've tested what we're doing, as you can see. So, and this is the example start, and we have started the class has ended. You can see how that button is helping us to switch through. So now let us go fully into JavaScript programming and look at very critical things. Like I said, when you know JavaScript very well, to learn other programming languages will be a bit easier because most of those syntax are almost the same except for the way they are being written. But when it comes to like data types are always the same. Declaring of a variable differ from one to the other, etc., etc. But when you just understand one, it will be easy for you to move into the next. Then I will also advise you, when you are as a programmer, you have to settle with one programming language at a time. So like HTML, CSS, those ones are not categorized as programming languages, they are scripting languages. But when you talk about JavaScript, about PHP, Python, Java, all right, so please focus on one at a time. Don't jump from one place to the other and the rest. So I'm going to come back here. I'm going to put a script on this page. I'm going to return that script back here to use script here. So when we are done per section, I will be moving the script outside. Script, enter. So I want us to start with, let us start programming now. So most of those things we'll be doing, we're going to be programming. So let us look at how to declare variables in JavaScript. All right, there's something we call variable, and there are three ways you can declare variable, and I will tell you the differences. You can use the word var, keyword var. Var means variable, and these are inbuilt JavaScript keywords, so you cannot use var again. Var is used to declare variable. Variable name, like I want to have a variable called name equals to Tosin. Can you see? Variable name equals to Tosin Lumiga. So that's how to declare a variable. That's another one. We can use let. Variable let equals to city equals to Lagos. Then the last one is const. It's from the word constant. Constant. So constant nation equals to Nigeria. All right. So this variable name. So then in JavaScript, there's something we call comment. You can write comment within a code. The script, when reading it, will not compile it. So it will just escape it. It's going to be like a comment. So, and if you want to write comment, you put // so I can say declaring variable in JavaScript. All right, so variable name, so this / is a way of using comment. Another method of using comment, that means you are just, maybe I'm writing something and I don't want the code to compile it, so I can put comment like this. Can you see? This is / asterisk, that's star, then star asterisk. So I can write anything between. All of them will be seen as comments. So I can say, maybe I'm writing a new script. I can say JavaScript Citademy version 101 by Tosin Olugbinga. then I can put date, maybe 12/01/2021. So that's how to put comment. So if you are writing code, maybe you are hired as a developer, then you want to leave comment within your code so that other developers, when they see it, they can understand what you are trying to do. So that's the purpose of comments. And every programming languages have the way they use their own comments. So if it is just one line comment, you can just use // If it is multiple lines, you can use / to open it up, then / to close it. So that is about comments. So this, when you use var to declare variable, I can still override the variable in the future. So I can say var again name equals to Ade. Now, if you look at this place, another powerful tool for outputting in JavaScript is console.log. Console.log, it helps you to check error in your JavaScript code. So if I say console.log name now, so let me save this code, all right, and come back here and refresh. So I'm no longer dealing with this place for now. I'm going to be dealing with console. As you can see, console.log Tosin Olugbenga. Can you see? Because I say console.log name, this name is a variable with the value Tosin Olugbenga. That is why it's console.logging it here. And it say line 31. That's where it is. So this is line 31. Can you see now? So it knows, this thing knows. So now if I come down here and also say console.log name, of course you know that here we've used the same variable name called name, and we pass a new value to it called Ade. So if I save it now, you see what would happen. See, it is saying Tosin Olugbenga and Ade. So what it means is that this name overrides this name. You understand? So at this point, the value of name is no longer Tosin Olugbenga, it has changed to Ade, and that is why the console.log Ade came out here. So, but if I use constant nation, for instance, let's go to nation, constant nation. For instance, I've commented out city. So if I have to do constant again nation, and I say South Korea, for instance. Why did I mention South Korea? So if I say South Korea, for instance, let's take a look at the code. It's going to throw an error. So if I refresh now, so it's declaring an error. It said identifier nation has already been declared. So when you are using constant to declare a variable, you can no longer use the name again. But when you are using var, you can still use the name. You can override that name. But the moment you make a name constant in a file, a variable constant, you can no longer declare it again. It's going to throw error. So this is useful when you are declaring constant in a big application that you don't want to mistakenly set a new value to it. Like here, this name now, we've attached a new value to it. It has changed here. So, and it might cause a problem in your code. Maybe you've forgotten where did I change it? This is not what I intend. But the moment you use constant, it will not allow you to use the variable name again. So that is that. So I think this is just ECMAScript, I think 6. So it's the same. It works just like console.log. It also works just like variable. So let's do city, and let city again. City equals Abuja. So console.log city. So see, programming have started. Let me refresh. It will still throw that error, so I must remove one of the nations by just commenting it /. So when I click this, city has already been declared. So console.log let's also work more like constant. So you cannot attach any other value to let again, but for variable you can use it over and over again. So for difference between let and constant, you will see it within different enclosures as we keep going. So as we keep developing, as in writing this code, you will continue to see the differences between this let and that. So that is how to declare variable, this let and constant. So that's how to declare variable inside JavaScript. So, and if you are using console for the first time, it is to help us log errors, so output things within the code which we don't necessarily want to see on the browser. So that is that. So I'm commenting this out. Yes, everything is working now. Tosin Ade, Lagos. So those are the console.log for the city. That's why it came twice. So play around it, declare variable, declare your age, and see how it goes. So the next thing we need to go to is JavaScript arithmetics. All right. So let me say let me use variable a is equal to 1 equals to 5. Then variable b equals to 10. All right, so we can say console.log a plus b. So this will automatically add a and b. So this plus is an addition, is an arithmetic sign for addition. So when we need to add two variables, we use plus. Then negative is for minus, subtraction. Console.log a minus b. Console.log a divided by b, then console.log a times b. All right, so you've seen it now. Log a plus b, a minus b, a times b. So this is, so you can put comments in the front of it. This is addition, this is subtraction, this is division, this is multiplication. So there are other ones you would see, or multiplication, but this is what you will use most within your application, within your programming this thing. So if you save it now and go back to our browser and check, so you can see this is, I think, 5 plus 10, 15, 5 minus 10 minus 5, 5 divided by 10, 0.5, 5 times 10, 50. So those are arithmetics in JavaScript. So as you can see, we are no longer dealing with this place for now, but we'll start dealing with it later. So one of the reasons why I used to encourage people to learn HTML and CSS and even JavaScript before going to learn complex things like Python, machine learning, is because at the initial stage of HTML and CSS, you were directly seeing what you were doing. Like, this is our personal profile. You can easily see it. So it entices you to keep going. You will not be bored. You see what you are doing. But when it comes to programming, most times you will not even, there is no visual representation of what you are doing. So as a programmer, I mean, especially all those back end, there is no visual representation except for front ends. So most times, if it is for back end now, we will not even have anything to do with the client side and the browser. If you want to start using Node to use JavaScript to develop server-side programming, you understand, you will not even see it is code all through. Best is console.log within your server environment. So let's keep moving. So that is the so this is these are so we've moved to JavaScript arithmetics. So there are modules and some other stuff, but this is the most popular ones you